So guys, back in the shop working on the Camaro. So I got on the lift. I'm about to drop the pan, oil pan. Think I gotta put some bearings in it. I'll look at them. At the last race, race I went to this past weekend, I made a couple of passes low on oil, so I looking at my oil pressure about 20 pounds, 10 to 20 pounds down. So I'm gonna drop the pan and see what my bearings look like, and might slide some new ones in it. See, I already got the transmission out of it. Changed my gear ratio back. That gear ratio I had was fast, but it wasn't consistent. So I'm gonna make another change in that gear ratio. But y'all stay tuned. Other roles that Briggs has served in within the AHSAA include Director of the Alabama High School Athletic Directors and Coaches Association and Associate Executive Director. Briggs began serving in his current role as Executive Director in July. Alright guys, while the oil draining, start taking some of the oil pan bolts out. Alright y'all, so I got the pan off of it. Ready to pull take the pickup off and the windage tray. Start looking at the bearings. Alright y'all, gotta get ready to start looking at the bearings. I'm gonna look at the rod bearings first. Then I got my new bearings laid out right here. So time to get to work. Alright guys, so I got all the bearings out, and I did have one that started looking funny. It's the number 3. All the rest of them look okay. Number 3. Glad I decided to check it. That was gonna get ugly right there. And the rest of them okay. Got a little wear on them, but they fine. The crank got a little bearing residue on it. So not a lot, but just got a little residue. Try to get me some emery cloth and touch it up right quick. Put it on back together. Then check the main bearings. Alright guys, so I found what the problem was. It's bad, but it could have been worse. But you know, this number 3 rod, the bearing was kind of ate up on it. Well, it oils the number 2 main is what oils number 3 rod. What happened, the rod bearing on the main had spent some, and so the oiling hole wasn't lined up, so it wasn't getting in the oil to the rod bearing. And no major issues, but you can see right here, kind of messed up my block with a little hickey that holds the bearing in place. It's kind of messed up, so I gotta take the block out and try to get that welded up. And crank is okay. I think it just needs to be polished. And both bearings, you can see it broke the hickeys off. See, that's where one of the hickeys was. It's gone. This was a coated bearing, so that's why it's a little black, but it don't look bad. I don't think it spun a lot. I think it just spun enough to get that hole right there off. hole right there. And so the block is grooved, so you can see this where the oil was. So even though it spent a little bit, probably still had enough oil to groove to oil it some. That's why they just didn't totally spin the bearing and break the rod. But see, when it took the start off and taking everything off of it so we could pull the block out. Alright, y'all, got the front end off. Ready to pull the motor out of it. Go ahead and try to get it out. See this spot right there? With a little tang on the bearing, kind of damaged the block a little bit. Scared if I put another bearing in it, or let the new bearing kind of turn some too. So that's what I need to get fixed right there. See, it kind of scarred this up right here too, but I think that'll be alright. Just hit that a little bit, smooth that out. But this the main part right here I'm worried about.